Twice a year, thousands of people from the furniture and design world attend the High Point Market to see the latest home trends. It's not open to the public, but thankfully, our good friend Marie Cloud was there, and she's giving us the inside scoop. Welcome to the program.
Happy to be here.
Happy to have you here. Look, I always like a good inside scoop.
Yeah.
So I like this. There's trends that happen all the time, and things get popular, things get out of style.
Yeah.
I love, but to that reaction, sometimes things just stay the same.
Yeah.
What was the biggest takeaway that you got from the market?
You know what? I'm seeing people stretch in color more, right? I'm seeing people get a little bit more brave, a little bit more bold in their color expression in their homes. We're getting a little risky, and I like it.
Okay, so a paint color trend to start things.
Yeah. I think, we've stayed in this kind of neutral realm for a long time. We started with the cool grays.
Sure.
We've seen that phase out a little bit the last few years. We've seen just beautiful layers of natural, organic colors, which I think is just going to always be a staple.
Of course.
But we're seeing people get comfortable with bold and moody, those saturated colors, kind of like the jewel tones.
There you go.
Yes, it's pretty cool.
They're being bold about it.
Yes.
Now, if we're talking about colors, we have to talk about lighting.
Yeah.
What's the lighting trend that you're seeing?
I'm seeing lighting kind of take the front ground in the space. So now you're
Really?
walking in and you're seeing these beautiful sculptural pieces in the ceiling, and the furniture's kind of taking a back seat to the lighting, and I'm loving it. We're seeing organic sculptural shapes, a lot of organic materials, rattan, woven patterns. It's pretty innovative, and I'm loving it.
So really, all the eyes and all the attention go to the lighting, and then everything complements it together.
That we're seeing it. We're seeing it.
Here's a good one for you. When we talk about the bedroom, we talk about bedding. Layered bedding is one that gets kicked around a lot. What are you seeing from the High Point Market when it comes to layered bedding?
Yeah, we're seeing the layers just kind of intensify some of those natural materials, various fabrics. It just adds a different organic vibe to the space. Occasionally you'll see a pop of color, with the lumbar pillows or the accent pillows.
Sure.
But we're seeing just layers of various natural fabrics, really bringing a elevated. Think of a boutique hotel. It's giving you that vibe. How can you create that vibe at home in a very, soothing, calming way for your bedroom?
Look, as long as they don't bring back the 55 throw pillows on the bed, I'm okay with it.
Listen,
because I just throw those out.
I hate to tell you, but I don't think the pillows are going anywhere, right? Because that's how we can bring in visual interest. People are even mixing patterns with those pillows. So you're stuck with
I'm stuck with the pillows. I got to move the pillows in order to go to sleep.
Yep.
Here's a question, though. You mentioned organic shapes, curved shapes. How is that in what you saw at the High Point Market?
Yeah, so we're seeing a lot of furniture that have this soft circular feel to it, right? One is going to help create flow and allow the space to facilitate just a beautiful flow within the space. But then also we have to remember that soft corners and rounded edges has a way to make you feel grounded and rooted. So subconsciously we're drawn to those soft corners because it feels safe, it feels calm, it doesn't feel sharp, it doesn't feel harsh. And so we're seeing furniture really take a pivot towards those ergonomic, human-like features that we may not even know we gravitate towards.
I was going to say, how interesting, because at the end of the day, we may not know that we're even, our headspace is there, but it really is. Here's a question for you. What about those accents that you see where it's almost end of the spectrum? Like you talk about those shapes, maybe you have a round coffee table, but then maybe it's accented with something like a square pillow on the couch and things like that. How are you seeing those kind of bounce back in the same room?
Yeah, we're seeing them balance each other, right? It's both and, right? How can you be intentional about creating beautiful harmony and rhythm within a space, but then creating diversity within the shapes, the colors, the overall expression, right? You want it to feel balanced, but you also want it to feel interesting. So your eyes keep moving within a space and not staying fixated on one pattern or one shape.
Now, I want to piggyback on the question I asked you on paint color trends. Are you seeing only accent walls, or are you seeing the color trends also transform into what's on the couch, what's in the bedding, and maybe even a throw rug?
Yeah, so when we're talking about paint, you know, there was this huge trend with just doing the one wall, right?
Correct.
Just that is your one
Correct.
pop of color, right?
Yes.
I've painted that one wall a color and I've done something, right? It's bold. But we're seeing people really stretch themselves and their spaces by completely drenching their space in that one monochromatic color, which I'm loving, right? So imagine one room that has the walls, the ceilings, your trim, your molding, all one color, right? It feels like a hug.
Yeah,
you
yeah,
know,
yeah.
It feels like a hug. You're not disconnecting the spaces. Obviously, there's a lot of factors to consider as far as lighting and how much, you know, natural light that space is getting. But we're seeing people stretch it a little bit and not feeling as though they have to match every single piece.
One of the ones that I saw that I thought was very interesting was very lit because it was all windows, but the entire room was a burgundy wine color type. I love that. It was very intentional when I saw it. I want to put your information up on the screen so people know how to get a hold of you, Marie. And again, I really appreciate not just the insight, but really getting us ready for all these trends that are coming. Your website and your Instagram there as well. Thanks again, Marie.
Thank
Great
you.
to know what's in right now.